OK Tire of Agassiz, Lordco Auto Parts, Chevrolet, the veteran Milo Kaiser. Car number 52, making his second Agassiz Speedway visit, comes into the night 8th in the Westcar point standings, driving the top-down forestry, vital sign CSC Racing. Chevrolet from Kamloops, welcome Clayton Scott. The 6K car is a former Westcar Rookie of the Year, currently 7th in the Westcar point standings. Driving the Toad Hall Studios, West Urban Development, Southside Diner, Pemberton Backhoe Chevrolet, from beautiful Devine, British Columbia. They call him Frosty, Kirk Frost. And one half of the brother combination in the almost identical 65 cars. Of course, racing in memory of their father, Len Jansen, here tonight. It's the Jansen Trucking and Services, Fraser Valley Fire Protection, Tiger Tools, Travelland, RV, Chevrolet from Abbotsford, the older brother, Ryan Jansen. We invert 10 in the starting field, which means your fast qualifier starts in the number 10 spot. Still your track record holder. What a racing resume. The two-time ASABC champion, 3-time Katana Series champ, 4-time Westcar champion, 4 times he's won the Canada 200, former Agassiz champion, and the defending winner of this race in the Key Welding Finish Line Racing Products, Peak Glass, Lordco Auto Parts, Chevrolet. The car is from right here at Agassiz. The driver from Langley, the great Corbin Thomas. To his inside, the beautiful number 47 car comes into the evening, third in the Westcar point standings, the win in Quesnel a couple of weeks ago. And this young man is quite a story. He's a paraplegic. He uses hand controls to drive the race car, and he drives it very well. And you know what else? He is also a very accomplished country music singer as well. I don't know how he does it. In the Brody Lawrence Contracting, Visual Media, Red Leaf Exports, Harding Motorsports Supply, Chevrolet, from beautiful Quesnel, BC, welcome back, Trevor Adelman. And speaking of great stories, how about this young man in the 51 car? Hard to believe, it's just his third night in a late model stock car. His win in the street stocks earlier tonight. He is now perfect this year. 6 races and 6 wins. Driving Billy Beasley, Beyond the 12 Steps Healing Center, Sterling Title Loans, Harding Forklift, Chevrolet, from Abbotsford, the kid, Gail Woodstein. To his inside, we mentioned earlier, he doesn't need an introduction, but we will give him one anyway, for the 3-time Canada 200 champion, former Gordy Manis Memorial champ in Penticton, former ASABC late model champion, an 8-time Agassiz Speedway champion, and a former winner of this race in the Hemrick Brothers Harding Motorsports Supply, Blue Chip Collision, Lordco Auto Parts, Chevrolet, out of Ladner, Dave Hemrick. And to the other number 51 car. Again, a great racing resume for the former Tri-City Street Stock champion, a 2-time Pagera Speedway Street Stock champion up in Prince George as well. Former Westcar champion and the current point leader. He drives the Wolverine Workwear, White Spruce Enterprises, Dill and Doug Contracting, Gary Marcus Trucking, Chevrolet, originally from Campbell River, spent some time in Fort St. John, now calls Quesnel home, Jarrett Vaughn. Up next, the number 36 car. He's raced here quite a few times, but not for almost 10 years. He comes into the weekend fourth in the West Car point standings for the 5-time Penticton Speedway late model champion in the A&J Automotive Simpson Racing Solutions Ivor Forest Products Top Cat Tours Chevrolet from Penticton. Let's welcome back Joe Corniching. And the other half of the Jansen brother combination here with us tonight, a former Agassiz Speedway champion. He finished second in this race 1 year ago. Like his brother, driving the Jansen Trucking and Services, Fraser Valley Fire Protection, Tiger Tools, Travelland, RV, Chevrolet from Abbotsford. This is Russ Jansen. Car number 6. Always great to have him with us each year for this race. Another guy very accomplished behind the wheel of a late model stock car. He is a former West Car champion, comes into the weekend second in the point standings. He finished third in this race here last year in the Twin Rivers Developments, PG Rock and Gravel, Sunset Glass, Western Gasco, Ford from Prince George, Sheldon Maert. And finally, we move to the front row on the outside, the 28 car. He has raced here in both a late model and a street stock over the years. Always great to have him here with us in the reliable towing services, Aggressive Towing, Rolling Thunder Transport, Harding Motorsport Supply, Chevrolet from Abbotsford, Chris Preston. And scheduled to start on the pole in the pit area. Gosh darn it, we hope he can make it. He comes into the evening fifth in West Car points for the 2-time Pagera Speedway Street Stock champion and a former Tri-City Street Stock champion as well in the Anavata Inn and Suites of Prince George, Sci-Tech Industries, Western Gasco, Country 97 FM, Chevrolet from Prince George, Daryl Horwath. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that, my friends, is your starting lineup. And you know what's next, of course, don't you? The most famous words in motorsports. And here tonight to give the drivers the command, Ryan from Edmonton. Ryan, what would you like to tell these drivers?
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Thank you, Ryan. And the 34 car is headed toward the racetrack. That is good to see. Keenan Magnet and all the crew want to make sure he starts this one. Yes, we get ready for the first ever Len Jansen Memorial Race again. So great to have the family and friends here tonight. Len's daughter, Marcia, Russ and Ryan's sister will wave the green flag. Start this race. Len's 1970 Dodge Dart Swinger pacing the field. Give them a couple of practice laps before we turn them loose. Again, track conditions so much different than they were this afternoon when it was hot and slippery out there. Cooler conditions makes for faster laps. See the drivers weaving back and forth, trying to get a little warmth into the tires before we turn them loose. Again, the very best from all over British Columbia. Again, as we said, we'll give them a few practice laps. Everyone present and accounted for. 34 car looking good. Got to make sure everybody is in their proper positions. Again, Marshall will wave the green flag when we're ready. Hey, Agassiz, you know what time it is? Of course you do. Time for everybody to get up on your feet. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the first ever Lane Jansen Memorial Race. This, my friends, is your feature main event. Let them hear you. It never gets old. Ryan hands the green flag to Marcia, Glenn's daughter. Russ and Ryan's sister will wave them off. 14 cars, 125 laps, 5,000 to win means it's time to batten down the hatches and lock the door. Things are going to get wild. Here we go. Oh no, trouble going into one. Mayor sideways. Thankfully they get by, but more problems on the backstretch. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It is the guy that finished second in this race last year, Russ Jansen, the former Agassiz champion, to the pit area. How about a hand for his sister though, Marcia? Nice job, Marcia. Well, Mayer in the 6th car. Looked like he might have had a little help. Sideways in one from his 3rd starting spot. Didn't see if what happened to Jansen happened during that skirmish. I thought everybody got through that okay. Could have been one of those deals where the yellow comes out, and then all of a sudden a little bit of chain reaction as the field exited turn number 2. And Russ Jansen again in the pit area, former Agassiz champion, as we said, finished second here a year ago. The work being done on the car, the crew feverishly trying to get him back out for the restart. But he is pulled into his pit stall, not in the work area. Doesn't look good right now. For the pit crew in the pit area. They got Russ Jansen going. Let's hope he can make it back. Again, I mean, he was starting fourth, but it's a 125-lap race. The main thing is just to get out there and stay on the lead lap. And here he comes. Who knows how close the car is to 100%. So, he is back at the back, but still on the lead lap. Complete restart. So, we will try it again. After all the pomp and pageantry, pick out a favorite, cheer them on. It's going to be a good one. 5,000 to win. Daryl Horwath, Chris Preston. Again, we inverted 10. It'll be Chris Preston, Daryl Horwath. Up front, Curley. position with 39 laps complete. Race fans, unfortunately, the scoreboard all year has just been plaguing us with problems. We thought we had it fixed coming into the night. It worked most of the night up until the main event, but we will tell you laps complete in the top 5, top 10 as often as we can. Again, 39 laps in the books, still scheduled for 125. What do you think so far, folks? You guys having fun tonight or what? How about it for these two superstars up front, huh? Hemrick and Corbin Thomas. Let's hear it for those two. And as I said, you may or may not have heard me during green, not just two of the great Agassiz drivers of all time, two of the greatest late model stock car drivers ever in Western Canadian history, running 1-2 and setting just a frantic pace up front. It is so fun to watch them, isn't it? Especially when they get to traffic, bobbing and weaving, slipping and sliding their way in and out of traffic. That's when these races get real exciting. And as we said, Hemrick won this race in 2018. We've missed a couple of years, of course. We don't even want to talk about. Corbin Thomas won it the last 2 years. He runs second, car number 5. Chris Preston having a nice run, solid third. The 28 car running behind Hemrick and Thomas. Cale Woodsky, what can you say? Just his third night in a late model. So talented, running fourth in the 51. And Daryl Horwath from his pole position in the 34 car, running fifth. Jared Vaughn, Russ Jansen, Joe Cornett-Jing, Kurt Frost, and all the way up to Cornett-Jing. Those are, looks like your lead lap cars. Then Frost, 2 laps down. Sheldon Mayer, unfortunately for Sheldon, the 6th car, he spent some time in the pit area. He lost 4 laps. And we have lost Ryan Jansen, Trevor Adelman, Milo Kaiser, and most recently the 52 of Scott. So, good news, doesn't sound like there is any oil or other fluid on the racetrack, so that's good. Have I asked how many of you are visiting Agassiz Speedway for the first time tonight? How many first-timers here? We've always got a bunch. Lynn Hemrick, come on now. I'm not going to fall for that. Lynn, you should know, you can fool some of the people some of the time. You can even fool some of the people all of the time. But not me tonight. No. Trying to say she's here for the first time. Last call, not for alcohol. You got that till 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Last call at the concession stand. Not a whole lot of grub left. And again, Mountain View Brewing Company from Oak down in Extreme Seating will serve until 10 o'clock. And as we said, folks, the scenery here just gorgeous. Look at the mountains beyond the backstretch. Not very often through the year is there absolutely not a speck of snow visible atop the mountains. All right, double final restarts. Dave Hemrick and Corbin Thomas. Let the battle continue. with 90 complete and 35 to go. But what a heartbreaking turn of events for this young man that has done an outstanding job tonight and here all season with limited experience here at Agassiz Speedway. He got around Hemrick in this wacky battle with Preston and Hemrick trying to stay on the lead lap with Thomas as they came up on Maynard and Jansen. So, Preston again, hopefully he can restart. He will still be on the lead lap, running third, but he will have to go to the back. So, again, we'll have to wait and see. Can't tell how much damage on the 20. Looks like he spun by himself. Don't know. Obviously, there was a mechanical issue. Something broke. Tire going down. Hard to speculate at this point. We do know that the leader is the 5-car Corbin Thomas, trying to win it for the third year in a row. We know that Dave Hemrick runs second. In the 33, Hemrick still on the lead lap. As we said, he won this race in 2018. Chris Preston not looking great right now because the tow truck is headed his way. If he could somehow restart, he would still be on the lead lap and would have to restart at the back. 90 laps complete. 35 laps to go. Again, we apologize for the scoreboard not working, trying to keep you up to date. And again, that scoreboard not working is a big deal for these drivers. They will often glance up at it and see number of laps complete, but they do have spotters. They do have communication with their drivers, so they can probably hear me telling all of you and all of them 19 laps in the books and 35 to go. What do you think, race fans? How about it for all of them? Oh no, Russ Jansen to the pit area. Russ Jansen, 65, to the pit area while running sixth. So again, still got to wait and see what the situation is with the 28 car. Looked like he might have got it going there for a moment. Sure hope he can restart. As we said, limited experience here in a car that is quite old in comparison to most of them out there. Tip of the cap to Chris Preston and, of course, Shane Harding, turning the wrenches. Corbin Thomas the 5, Dave Hemrick the 33. If Preston could restart, he would be third, your final lead lap car. Jared Bond, the 51. Darrell Horwath, the 34. 36, Cornet Ching would be 4, 5, 6. 1 lap down. Russ Jansen, unfortunately, to the pit area. Kurt Frost in the 6K on the 6th of Maynard. Maynard looks like is down 4 laps. Frost down 5. They are 8th and 9th if the 28 could restart. If not, of course, they would bump up a spot each. Folks, after we're done, don't forget, you're all invited back to the pit area. And also, race fan, we know a lot of you here for the first time, but we would love to have you back this year. We got 3 races left. We have great racing action just like this all summer long. 3 races left. Our next one coming up in 2 weeks. It's our mini stock special. That'll be August 26th. Mini stock, street stocks, Hornets, midgets, and sprints. And then, as we said, record car count expected for the 7th annual Fred Rannard Senior Open Wheel Classic. Don't miss it. The only night all year where it's all open wheel cars, sprint cars, dwarf cars, and the midgets from all over BC and Washington State. So we said for the first time ever, a points race for the new Can-Am Sprint Car Series. We'll have cars and drivers here from Spokane, Washington, and Boise, Idaho, and Prince George and Kelowna. And of course, all your local stars, Troy Globe will be here, Tyson Cross, Ray Jones, Jeff Kennedy, Dean Warmerdam, etc. And as we said, for the first time ever, it will be a points race for both the Vancouver Island dwarf cars and the American-Canadian dwarf cars based out of Washington. And the Mighty Midgets as well. Again, Saturday, September 9th, championship night will be September the 23rd. As Russ Jansen headed back towards the track. That's good news. Not so good news for the 28 folks. Put their hands together. What a great job he did. Led the race early, ran second and third. Chris Preston, nice job tonight, Chris. Again, Preston cannot restart. That leaves the 5 of Thomas and the 33 of Hemrick as your lead lap car. Now, Hemrick again at the back of the field, or almost to the back. If we get a yellow or red in the final 10 laps, lead lap cars would move up to the front by themselves. So keep that in mind. So again, 5 Thomas, 33 Hemrick. The 51 of Jared Bond now runs third. The 34 of Horwath now runs fourth. The 36 of Joe Corniching now running fifth. And Russ Jansen, even though he was in the pit area, we do not count yellow flag laps, so he will be back out there in the number 6 spot. Then it's the 2 number 6, Ayers and Frost. They are laps down. So again, the 5 of Thomas. The leader, the 33 of Hemrick, runs second. Those are the 2 lead lap machines as they get the 1 to go signal. With 35 laps to go, will we go 35 non-stop? Or will we have another yellow and or red or 2? We will have to wait and see. An old-fashioned shootout on a Saturday night here in the East Fraser Valley. So glad you could join us. The first ever Wayne Jansen Memorial Race is back to green. Obviously no traffic right now for you. The cars based on a The Westcar point leader will extend his point lead. Daryl Horwath, the 34. Fourth, Joe Corniching, the 36. Unofficially your top 5. Russ Jansen looks like he'll take 6th after finishing 2nd last year. Kurt Frost and Sheldon Mayert, 8 of the 14 starters finish. Chris Preston, 9th. Cale Woodsky, 10th. Clayton Scott, 11th. Milo Kaiser, 12th. Trevor Adelman, 13th. And Ryan Jansen, 14th. Grace Franz, 125 laps. We did it in 48 minutes and 13 seconds. How about a round of applause for all of our drivers tonight? 14 started, 8 finished, 2 on the lead lap, Thomas and Hemrick, Bond and Horwath, 1 lap down, Joe Corniching, 2 laps down. Again, your top 5, Russ Jansen 6th, Kurt Frost 7th, Mayert 8th. Preston, Woodsky, Scott, Kaiser, Adelman, and Jansen. So at about 9:30 on this Saturday night, folks, if you are headed for the exits, again, thank you so much for being with us tonight. You know, so many entertainment options this weekend. We're glad you joined us here tonight. Don't forget, we are back at it in 2 weeks, the mini stock special, August 26th. And then another big one, only a month away, hard to believe, the 7th annual Fred Randert Senior Open Wheel Classic as we document